Hey people, Injured here, 53 Faction War. This is Argus Desert Gate and Imperial Guard versus Orks. We have two Lord Generals. First up is Best Noob, very brightly coloured, and Volhrim with some Vostroyan Firstborn. These guys start off with a retinue of Stormtroopers, going to add to this retinue throughout the game, give them more abilities, fighting ranged combat with some strong defense and support. And rounding them off is Fedaykin with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support. Fighting in melee combat begins with a refractor shield, and talking about brightly coloured guardsmen, like leopard skin or something. Red Orks, Captain TopKek is a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front line. Some trusty shooter boys behind him there. Zeno alongside here with a Kommando knob infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins ranged combat with a twin-linked shooter sneaking around already, strapped with bombs. And rounding us off, EM7 with a Mekboy, teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat, lots of great Orky gadgets, giving him awesome versatility. Bit of a standoff, but it's kicking off in the mid. Yes it is. Lord General is very committed to capturing this power node. Looks like they ate a stun bomb. Gets the cap, but was it worth it? Now sluggers on him. Rest of the forces have backed off. He's going to lose both of those retinue fellas, I think. Yup. And those sluggers already have burners up. Sentinel gets the stomp. Looks like it's going to go and stomp the shooter boys though. Boom. Good domino knockback. And aside from the Lord General really committed to this power node, which is maybe not the best thing to do, although it worked out, the rest of the fight was handled pretty well by Volhrim. And in the end, did retain that power node, so Injured can shut up. There's a stomp from the Warboss, or was that just a special attack? I think it was a stomp. Kills one there. His weapon is the same size as the guardsman's, but it should kill him in one hit. Shooter boys are getting their Daka on. Refractor shield won't save him forever. I like that melee attack that these sluggers have, which is just them firing their sidearm, which is called a slugger. Best Noob's Lord General has gone down and has 5 guardsman squads. I don't like had a surplus of lasguns maybe. Oh hey, electric armor goes off. 10 power melee DPS. I assume that means 10 power melee DPS per second, but it doesn't tell me. Need to update that tooltips, fellas. Shooter boys have to flee because there's too many lasguns even for them. I think they respect this Daka. We've got sergeants popping up around. Get a couple of flamers, another sergeant over there, and you can bash this power pretty quickly too. Sentinel support here from Volhrim. Maybe we're going to see a revive. Where is Volhrim's Lord General? Oh, here he comes. Retinue are there. They've been reinforced, and here's the power harass. Meanwhile, east side, Orks have the contested VP, but they lost their natural momentarily when Volhrim pushed through. Daka. Now, are they going to try and flank these guards on west side, or are they going to push through the mid and decap? We have some Vostroyan over here now. Got to one generator, took their time with their lasguns to get it down. The Lord General of Best Noob is back up and repurchases those Stormtrooper retinue fellas. So a lot of guardsmen here. This is a hell of a lot of guardsmen. Needs some support, does EM7, backing away here, and knowing that they can't take this fight is the right thing to do. And there's a Sentinel in their midst as well, of course. Where is the flank? Here it comes. The Kommando is on it. And electric armor again. That's painful. Look at the amount of damage on so many models. Surely they're going to kill one of these guardsmen squads here. Sluggers going for the weakest units. Just the sergeant remains, and down they go. That's one down. I think 4 is enough. No, it's not enough. The 5th guardsman squad reappears. And, I mean, why not? Can all buff them all up with the sniper rifle in tier 2 with stormtroopers and chimera support. Gonna be a pain in the ass until a weird boy comes along and stuns them all. But hey, maybe they can duck into the chimera in time. Here's some power bashing from the Orks with burner sluggers, gives them a couple of power weapons, extra health, and fire. I don't know why they get extra health for getting burners up, but hey. Warboss is pissed. Found some catechins. Ardboy's on himself. Boss pole is in play now. There's a stomp. Tanking a hell of a lot of fire here. And we see some flamers. Did well there, the Warboss. Although a flank now on Captain TopKek. Lost the sluggers, replaces them. But they should be able to get this VP and do some bashing. Good play so far from Volhrim, supporting both sides here. Kommando making his way west, it looks like. Orks are still here with Storm Boys now. Jump troops with power melee weapons. We have Shooter Boy Knob Leaders on both of these fellas, but no big shooters yet. Orky Power Node. Kommando is hanging out. Meanwhile, Power Harass with Flames is very effective, as you can see. Sentinel needs repairs. Here's the Lord General of Volhrim going for grenade launchers, which gives you move, which speeds up nearby infantry. And note that the retinue fellas also get grenade launchers, which is handy. Sluggers getting in, ripping apart those guardsmen there pretty damn quickly. Shotgun blast by the Catechins. They should be forcing melee combat on those sluggers. A little bit sooner there, might have got a couple of models, but they do get a couple with shotguns anyway. Wonder if they could have maybe even finished them off if they got in really early into melee, like as soon as they saw them and let off that shotgun blast. Get those bayonets going, or whatever they use. Little knives, I think Catechins use, but I don't know if the models actually have them. I think they just swing their shotguns. We now have a medical sergeant for Volhrim, can hand out med packs. I think they heal for 100, so they're not super effective on when handed out to single entities like allied commanders and sub-commanders and heroes and stuff, but better than nothing. Storm Boys had some fun, but they might die on retreat, which is the Storm Boy way. No, they live. Mekboy have lost the indicator for him, which means he must have gone down at some point. Big old shooting match, and the Orks did not want to stick around. I feel like they could have taken cover there and delayed them a bit longer, especially since his Mekboy's here. Oh, eat some mortar shell in the face. Where did that come from? Oh, over here. Volhrim has some spotters. Mekboy runs away, but that was a lot of pressure on this west side. They locked down that power for a while, even noded it. 1-to-1 cap now. More Daka, more fire, more angry Orks. What more could you want? Tier 2 now for a bunch of players, not for Volhrim though. Or Fedaykin, who went double Catechins, can be super effective, but that's quite a lot of micro pressure on the player, especially if they're also managing a Sentinel. Fedaykin is not. Drop some guardsmen. Yeah, just could not handle all the abilities at his disposal there. You've got the grenade launcher, you've got the smoke grenades, you've got the shotgun blast, you've got deciding when to go into melee. All that stuff is tough when you've got other units as well. Best noob getting the Chimera as expected. This is a very effective power bash with double sluggers rocking some burners, and these guys with a knob leader for Zeno. TopKek with a knob leader queued up for tier 2. There's a power melee weapon and a whole bunch of health, like 350 health or something, I think. And we're capping the mid though with Volhrim. Storm Boys, they go for the jump. They're very isolated, but they go for the jump. They found some spotters. And they're going to die if they're not careful, these spotters. But hey, so could the Storm Boys. That's always the case with Storm Boys, though. Here come the Sluggers. And a whole bunch more Orks. Volhrim stayed there a little bit too long. A little bit too long. Does get away okay. I think that... Oh, the spotters do not get away okay. Now Orks can just flood right through. And I think take that VP, maybe even get a triple. Here is Fedaykin. This is a tough ask. There's a lot of Orks in the mid here. Does have a little bit of support. There's that Catechin shotgun. Sluggers with Hard Boys on them. That's a global buff from the Warboss you saw earlier. 25% I think it is damage resist. Yeah, it was a tough approach down the stairs into a whole bunch of angry greenskins there. Are they going to get on the VP? Are they going to cap up these central points? And they do add up. Contested points do add up. We've got this bright gold Chimera now. And it's got units inside, you can tell, because the other turrets are firing. Have they all got sergeants now? I think they do. I can't see the ones inside, of course. A lot of power harass on this game. 363, 405. Going for another flank is Zeno with the Mega Boom Kit, which is an awesome sounding piece of war gear. He's got his special shooter, which is an Orkish shotgun, and Kaboom. Oh, we didn't get to see the Kaboom there. Weird Boy though. Oh, that could have been even better shot, but it was a pretty good one. Zap goes off. They're all reinforcing off the Chimera and being buffed by the Lord General, who has the flak jacket with incoming. Oh, Sluggers caught in a really bad place, and they took way too long to retreat. Bayonets, fellas, go! Surely these Sluggers are done for. Yes, they are. Those were EM7's Sluggers. I think they were fully upgraded. They certainly had their Nobita. There's the Storm Boys. They now have their Nobita. Big old stun when he lands there. Has a heavy melee weapon, so could go and harass this Chimera, put it under threat. But there was just too much stuff there. We do have the Beamy Death Gun for the mech as well. And Custom Force Field. Got more power harass on the side for best noob to do. Catachans run. More Catachans are there. Commissar doing his best. But those are some angry sluggers with Ard Boys on them. Maybe some heavy weapon squads over there, Fedaykin. Not sure those double Catachans are quite working out super well. Level 3 Commando. Not sure. Are the Storm Boys coming back out? Where are they? Are they back at base? Are they back? They're at base still. He's forgotten about them. That's my move, EM7. Forget about your stuff at base. Kommando got zapped by his own Weird Boy. It happens. Oh, Beamy Death Gun setting up now. Boom, look at that. That was a single shot on front armor. Teleports after it, using the custom force field too. Give him a bit more tankiness. But I don't think he's going to be able to... Oh boy, that was a shotgun blast and a half. And there's the big kaboom. Couldn't quite get close enough for that to be super juicy. But there's quite a lot of guardsman juice come out there. That sounded very wrong. There's also dead guardsman as well, I meant to say. Double flamer guardsman here. Warboss is pissed. Leave these generators alone. Smack. Did it even hit? That didn't seem to hit, that swing. Sometimes you see that in Dawn of War 2. Seems to happen a lot with the Wraith Lord, I noticed. He'll swing his big old sword and there's no damage. It's not super common, but I see it enough for me to notice for sure. What are you doing, Warboss? Just wanted to break some walls. 267 to 397. Walls do annoy me too. They're everywhere. Bad fight for those Catachans. Bad fight. With the Weird Boy there, there's like nothing they can do. If he gets that warp vomit out, Fedaykin needs another string to his bow. He's gone for some Ogrins. They will also be shut down quite hard by the Weird Boy. But they're a lot more durable than Catachans, so maybe they'll allow the Catachans to do their tricks. Disruption and suppression, and maybe get into some cheeky melee. Perhaps use the Ogrins to bait out the warp vomit. And the Lord Commissar's down over here. Not sure if he's got any war gear. Hey, a Death Dread with its burners and bits. Volhrim, sorry, Best Noob has really stayed on this west side. Hasn't really ventured to the mid at all. Usually around this time, when players are thinking about going to tier 3 and just getting into tier 3, the west side players on that resource lane We'll start transitioning mid to get some more VP pressure on the naturals. Storm boys are capping. We have... Are you bashing with your death gun? Are you going to shoot? Oh, here he goes. He's hunting chimeras. Oh, we have the Commissar retinue fella for Volhrim now. I think he has a full retinue, doesn't he? No. I mean, it says 6. Oh, they're split up over there. Does have a full retinue. The Vox operator's in there, just a bit slow. Mekboy runs away. I don't think he actually got a single shot on the Chimera there. Death Dread. Can you do something? You have like 70 DPS heavy melee. Looks like he's busy, very, very happy just burning things down. Which does sound like fun. Storm boys. Oh, I thought he was going to swing his big old chopper there. But did not. It's a huge chopper. But he didn't swing it. 234 to 364. Oh hey, Lehman Russ. This is a dead Death Dread perhaps. Need to get it moving though, big best noob. It's a bit sluggish there. We have a Manticore for Volhrim. Was not expected to see one of these in this game. Some Stormtroopers is that? Yep, destroying first Stormtroopers for Volhrim. The Death Dread lives. Lehman Russ didn't seem too concerned about chasing it. Double cap now for the blue Imperial Guard team. They do have some VPs to make up though. 100 or so. Death Dread's back. Beats the Lehman Russ again. Backs away again. Beamy Death Gun's getting... Was that friendly fire shot from the Beamy Death Gun? Maybe it just tried to shoot at infantry like an idiot. Does have vision. It's getting shots. Just not doing a drastic change to the health bar like they did for the Chimera, because the Lehman Russ has 1200 hit points. Catachans versus Sluggers. And 2 Catachans are enough to deal with him. Ogrin's getting a bit too close to base turrets being suppressed here. They'll be alright though. With their super heavy infantry armor, they can shrug off piercing damage reasonably well. Need to move though. Death Dread is still alive. Amazing. That is a Vanquisher cannon, TopKek, with a battle wagon here. Just pile in and run things over. Some decent guns as well. And if there's units inside it, it will move a bit faster and fire all the weapons. Maybe they can push through mid with this thing. Lehman Russ of Best Noob might need to go and shoot that thing. He's very, very focused on this west side. For a bit too long, I think. I mean, he's bashed the power a hell of a lot of times, you gotta say that. Warboss. Into the fray. Who's he gonna go for? Council Guardsman. Oh hey, battle wagon. Seems to get hung up on something, but it gets through. That wasn't super effective. I guess incoming makes a big difference, eh? Because you can't get knocked over. 226 to 295. Uh-oh. Melter bomb, and now melter guns. It's a lot of melter. Warboss has had enough of life, and now has a power claw with heavy armor. Commando's being sneaky. You might see that special shooter. Boom. Holy crap. Almost just one shot those fellas. If those sluggers were a little bit closer, they'd have been dead. Manticore strike. There's a lot of damage to vehicles. Holy crap. Down goes the battle wagon. That was down from like 40% health or something to dead. This shotgun also has a passive chance to knock back. 30% chance, there we go. Not bad. Like 1 in 3 shots to a knockback. Ogrins are reinforcing off the Chimera, of course. The Commander knob's going to go down. 224, 295. Do the Imperial Guard have the upper hand now? It's a knob squad. I mean, it's a lot of their army is like guardsmen and stormtroopers. I mean, a decent unit. Stormtroopers can pack a punch, but they'll also die pretty fast, especially if rocks fall on them. That's pretty good. Holy crap, that's a good move. Tank Buster Barrage as well, just for more chaos. Ogrins, very brave Ogrins, sticking around with a Nob squad chasing them. Could be a really hairy retreat here. They might die. One swing from that hammer. Oh, they live. They live. Well done, fellas. You escaped. Uh-oh, Manticore. Just look at the Manticore funny, the knobs, and it will fall apart, I think. 207-295. A triple cap now for EM7. A random exploding Stormboy came out of nowhere there. Manticore tried to hit the Nob squad, I think. Maybe the first one hit it. Good management of these vehicles so far from Best Noob. Nob squad being frustrated, but there's the frenzy to help them chase. Uh-oh. Creeping barrage. That would have been really bad for those shooter boys. They do escape. Yeah, it was good play from the Imperial Guard there. Backed off, kept shooting, stayed calm. Kept repairing, really managed the vehicles well. And they see off the Nob squad. Turns out you can counter a Nob squad just by backing away and shooting. Lord Commissar's only level 2 with no war gear. How is that possible? He might have been down for a long time. Must have been. There's tons of red Fedaykin, but it's not in tier 3 for a nuke. In fact, Volhrim also isn't in tier 3. Another Lehman Russ on the way for Best Noob though. Choosing to produce it rather than drop it, which suggests maybe they want to rocket run something in the face. Oh hey, some flash kits. You don't quite have enough Dakar. You get these fellas. They're going for their blasters. I think their regular snaz guns or whatever they're called would have been fine. But hey, AoE damage is fun. That was a big kaboom there from the Kommando. He's level 8, level 9 now. Seems to be stuck. There's his stun bomb. Stuns himself. And now runs away. Because Ogrins were coming in. Kicking off towards the mid. Is this the same Death Dread? Amazing. Still taking shots from the Lehman Russ. That's a decent barrage. Very close. Again, managing these vehicles quite well is Best Noob. This is the end of the Death Dread. Did well though. Set up on by Stormtroopers and a Lehman Russ. It's not going to last long. What am I hearing? Did I hear a rock somewhere? Maybe not. Oh boy, Sluggers. Wiping out the Ogrins. They stayed in that fight way too long, I guess. Level 7 Warboss. There might have been some use your choppers and stuff in that fight earlier on. Lots of Dakar. Now have some Commandos for Zeno. And Commandos on the way for EM7. These guys can cap faster than normal. As well as some awesome versatility. Good DPS, anti-vehicle capabilities with the Nob Leader and some disruption. Shooter boys level 3 run away. Best Noob is now transitioning mid. Hey, there we go. Got double Lehman Russes here. Gleaming gold. Manticore is going to die one more volley. Oh, he seemed to completely miss that volley. The Nob Leader there. There we go. That was odd. I guess they all roll separately for accuracy, eh? That's bad luck. 165 to 260. Orks are keeping the pressure up, but they don't want to overcommit on that east side. In the mid, Volhrim is down to a single Stormtrooper squad. Best Noob is like propping it up over there. Fedaykin not having the best game, it seems. I am so bad, they say. Lots of red available for the Ork team. 2 of the players can drop a nuke. Nob squad of Zeno are where? Oh, they've got the cap. Oh boy, rocket run. Pretty good one too. Second run not so good. Commando Nob thought about doing his kaboom, but was taking too much las guns. Can the Imperial Guard push through with the might of their armor? Can it deal with the Nob squad maybe is the more important part. Uh-oh. Mega Rumbler into a Rocks. Classic Orky move. And I think that was all EM7's doing. Yes, it was. That's EM7's Rocks. Lima Russ is taken out. So is the Chimera. Beautiful nuke. Set up well. Nob Squad are just an absolute menace now. Level 4, these guys. 5,523 hit points. Good luck. You need a hell of a lot of plasma guns now, fellas. More Stormtroopers for Volhrim. Do we have any plasma guns on these guys? Nope. That would be like 100 power to get them all plasma guns, I think. Is it 25 or 20? Nob Squad using their frenzy to help them cap. Gives them a 75% damage resist. Here comes a grenade though. Did it knock them off it? It does knock them off it. Well done, fellas. Kasserkin on the way for Volhrim. Those guys can get plasma guns. And there's this. It's a pissed off Warboss. Oh, did a special attack and missed. Level 8. That's a tough Warboss. Commissar gets the cap. Does he have any war gear? Nope. This could end really badly yet. It's a Nob Squad and a Power Claw Warboss at level 8. You need to run away. Seems like the Orks are in the ascendancy, but could see a recovery. Kasserkin are out. They could get their... Uh-oh, Rocks. It's nasty. Gonna say they could get their grenade launchers to help disrupt the knobs and stop caps and stuff. Daka, daka, daka. They've stayed pretty solid with the kind of shooter boy base here, Zeno. They're always around just churning out DPS. It's a decent creeping barrage. I think from Volhrim, those Stormtroopers got melted. And it's a triple cap now for the Orks. The two Nob Squads I think are just too much to deal with yet. There's to concede. They put up a good fight. Best Noob is down all the way over on the east side. I think Best Noob should have transitioned mid a bit earlier, would have supported Volhrim a bit more. And I think their combined might would have done pretty well with all the vehicle support and stuff they would have had. Fedaykin, level 2, Lord Commissar with a level 6 for Volhrim. Captain TopKek's Warboss, level 8. Really came into his own late game, which you see often from Warbosses. Level 10 Kommando. This shotgun did some work. And a level 7 mech. It was a fun, orky time. Thank you for watching, guys. Thanks to the players for taking part in this faction war. And thanks to Impregnable for organising things. I'll see you next time.